Hey, it's day one. It's day one of my 80-day obsession, health and fitness journey. First things first, coffee. Good morning, sweet girl. Why are you still sucking your thumb, 4-year-old? I love you.
Because I have sticky thumbs.
So with this program, it's all about time nutrition and being very precise. Don't freak out, it's not that complicated. So my first meal is a cup of mushrooms sauteed in water then I scrambled the eggs around it, and a bowl of oats, 3/4 of a cup that I just microwaved. I added a splash of my coffee, cinnamon, vanilla, and a teaspoon of almond butter. Yum. So I am finishing up my Energize and just about to press play on my first 80-day obsession workout. Little scared, but you know what? I think it's going to be tough, but doable. And I'm going to do my best and forget the rest.
Now close it. Now close it.
You're doing something
Push,
so
push.
good for yourself.
Push. Good
It's
job.
hard.
All right.
You know what burns in the
Get your
morning?
nuggets and use your napkin.
How good does it feel when you're done? That you're like sweaty, you're tired, and you challenged yourself and you pushed yourself, and it was for something good. Stick with it. You have 2 to go.
Right, so let's see if I can do this one-handed. My post-workout shake is, and that is not for me, is frozen banana. This is a small banana that's frozen so that it's equal to 1 purple, a serving of fruit. Gonna get some water out the fridge. Yes, I am. We got this nifty little indoor. I gotta get this in within 30 minutes of my workout. I just finished. Timing is on point. And then
Mom, can I watch the website?
a scoop of this stuff. It's super yummy. This is Beachbody Chocolate Recover. For you guys that have so this is gonna help. This is all natural. It was created by a Harvard scientist. And it's got, it tastes like chocolate milk. So, you know, if you're wondering how you're going to do without sweets while you're on this journey, this is a good, treat for a workout well done. It makes you feel like you're having a really satisfying, milkshake. It tastes like chocolate milk. And then you add a banana to it and super yummy. You can do frozen cherries and do different combinations. But I'm going to blend that up, and it's going to be my yummy post-workout shake. It'll help me to recover my muscles so that I can push hard through my workout tomorrow without being so sore that I can't. What I'm going to do is let my kitchen do the work for me. I'm going to have meatballs in the oven. I'm going to cook, Lord, I lost my words. I'm going to cook salmon on the stove, 2 pieces. That way I can pack a meal for tomorrow with the leftovers. And I did my quinoa in my Instapot, the new workhorse of my kitchen, and cutting up zucchini and squash to steam in the microwave. That is how you multitask, mama. So I'm working on putting together my post-workout meal, and I'm going to show you how simple it is when you batch cook. So I just take my yellow container, measure out my carb, my quinoa, and since I've leveled it off, I know I'd be able to close it. It's good to go. Dump it in my bowl. I got my salmon cooking on the stove. I topped it with 3 foods that don't have any calories to your count, right? So some mustard. I only had plain mustard, but I would prefer to do it with Dijon or Creole mustard because it just gives it more of a kick. Garlic, salt, and pepper. Over here I have zucchini and squash that I steamed in my microwave. See, I've got my kitchen cooking for me so I can do other things and multitask. And I'm gonna fill up. And I'm used to touching hot food. I wouldn't advise you do this. I've got zucchini and squash that I cut up and steamed. I'm gonna fill up my green container. And yeah, on this program, it's very much about precision. And so sometimes I wouldn't measure my greens, and I would just, well, I got more zucchini than squash because of the way I cooked it and cut it up. But you do need to measure your greens out because vegetables do have carb content, and it's going to make a difference. So once my fish is cooked, and it's probably about time to flip it, I'm going to just put it on the plate. They get made that. I probably cooked it too early. I'm going to throw it back down there. So the next thing I'm going to do, because my post-workout meal requires a teaspoon of olive oil, I've used a little olive oil in the pan here, and I put a little olive oil on the quinoa so to make sure I don't go over. I'm going to do half a teaspoon of olive oil and drizzle it over the zucchini and the quinoa. It's going to be good on there. Hey, so it's still day 1 of 80-day obsession, and I want to show you guys we are getting ready to leave the house. I'm going to go get my allergy shot. I'm going to Target and Home Goods.
Target.
I like to shop, and I haven't been out of the house most of last week because I was sick with strep. I am so thankful that I am well today and I was able to do that workout. But what I've got with me is my meal option too. A healthy fat, a blue container, and a green. So bell peppers cut up with a single serving of guacamole. Most single servings of guacamole and hummus fit beautifully into a blue container. So that'll save you some meal prep time. And this is pretty much the only thing I prepped yesterday. Like I said, I got my kitchen working for me today. Oh, and I brought my water. Don't pay for water. Fill up your cup. That's something you do not need to spend money on. I mean, unless you just really like Fiji water like I do, but I don't. Isn't that stupid? When you get really healthy, things like Fiji water become a treat. So yeah, fill up your shaker bottle, fill up a cup, a reusable cup, save yourself some money. And you know, that's good for the planet, right? Reusing the cup. And be prepared when you leave the house, because that's when temptation is going to strike. Bring your food with you. That's how you get it done. I've also set a timer on my phone to remind myself to eat if I don't do it beforehand. Please ignore the screaming 4-year-old in the background. These are my turkey meatballs. They're going to go in the oven for about 20 minutes. I just seasoned them with salt, pepper.
That one's mashed.
Maybe a little oregano. I seasoned them a little while ago. And I don't quite remember what I did. Guys, oregano, maybe a little basil, and some red pepper flakes because I like things spicy. Gonna put them in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes. So this is my supper. This is meal option 3, I believe. Yeah. So I'm on plan A. So the spaghetti squash is a veg. The pesto that I mixed in is an orange. The orange was tripping me up the most, right? And then my red container, my protein container, are my turkey meatballs that I just pulled out the oven. This is going to be yummy. I love pesto. So I've got chicken going in the oven. I browned it on both sides. Now I'm putting it in the oven at 350 for 40 minutes. That's going to go with some quinoa that I pre-cooked. Yes, I've got enough. Some quinoa that I pre-cooked, cucumbers and tomatoes to make a tabbouleh bowl. I'll probably have to add some olive oil to it to round out one of my meals.
That's all small.
So this wasn't.
It smells a little old.
So this wasn't exactly how I expected it to turn out. It's more like a softball egg, but it will be okay. It's food. It's edible. I'm not going to waste it, and I'm going to still make my little meals with my greens and mushrooms and eggs. This is meal option 3 for me when I'm in the office and I'm working out in the afternoon. So because we're doing time nutrition, this is going to be my pre-workout meal, and I decided to make something portable that I could eat on the way home. So I'm going to wrap this up and wrap it, and then I'm going to make a little, I have these little disposable containers. I'll put some almond butter in one, and that will make up my pre-workout. Got a little self-care going on. I'm going to soak in this bath. I have this spruce and pine herbal bath, essential oils, and I'm gonna add some Epsom salt to the tub. That will help my muscles relax and hopefully help me get a really good night's sleep. Oh Lord, look at that ring on my tub. I got to clean this place up. So here we go. My last meal of the day is gonna be another kind of treat. I'm doing it in a shake form. I have in other occasions made it. Yeah, sometimes I make my daily dose of dense nutrition. I might blend it up in a bowl with about 4 ounces of water, add a little coconut oil or almond butter, whatever, and then top it with fruit. But today I'm gonna blend it, and it's especially good blended when you got a little bit of a sore throat, right? I love an icy cold drink when I have a sore throat. So I'm using frozen cherries. I will not need ice because I'm using the frozen cherries. I'm gonna add about 8 ounces of water because, you know, water adds no calories to it. Actually, I ended up adding about 16 ounces of water. You can add 8 and it'll be a thicker shake. That'll be like the consistency of a Frosty, and you could eat it with a spoon. I might still do this one with a spoon, just depending.
What's floating?
I'm adding a teaspoon of coconut oil. Mine's melted because it was by the oven. And then I'm going to add,
Floating in a purple
yeah,
water.
I'm going to add 1 scoop of vegan vanilla Shakeology. Now, I am not a vegan, but I don't do well if I have a lot of dairy, and the original non-vegan is made with casein protein, which is a really good quality protein, but dairy and me and my tummy don't get along. So what I'm going to do is put the lid on, blend it up over here. And what I want to tell you guys is that the vegan vanilla is actually, I think, better tasting than
Me too.
the original with the whey protein.
Yeah. That's true.
That's a good sweet treat before
plus you
bedtime.
Flavor.
Meal number 1 will be consumed in the car on my way to work. I've got a banana, some almond butter, and vanilla Shako in there. I am not adding ice because it's cold outside. We are, the kids have a snow day, but my office isn't closed. So, husband's staying home and I'm heading in. They're probably going to shut the offices down once I get there. So it's day 2. I've been sticking with my time nutrition. It was supposed to be an in-office day. Still gonna stick to that plan that I had for today with my time nutrition, even though the office is closed and I'm almost home. I'm gonna work out at the same time that I had planned so that I don't mess up my time nutrition. I just got way too excited when my timer went off for my next meal. I'm having hummus and celery. Y'all, celery was something I never ate. Now I actually like it. Try new things. Try new things again. You might surprise yourself. I started eating celery sticks out of desperation when I had no other vegetables, portable dipping vegetables in the house, and now they're like my new thing. Anyway, it's a snow day and I'm resisting the temptation to make like a snow day meal, like, you know, I'm resisting the temptation to make a big gumbo because now I've gotten to the lately I've had a hard time resisting my own gumbo. I used to like make one, have myself one bowl and be done, and now I'll have 3. That's what happened this fall. And like the mom in me wants to make biscuits and hot chocolate because that's what my mom did whenever it got really cold and rainy and wet.
Mom,
Biscuits are going to be hard for me to pass up if I make them for the kids.
Mom,
We'll
it's
see.
gonna start.
It's freezing, literally. It's raining. It's going to snow later. And we ran out of Energizer, so I'm having coffee as my pre-workout. It won't do what Energize does, but it's better than nothing, and maybe it'll warm up my cold, somewhat dead, unfeeling feet. Ugh.
Come on, how much can you bend that stabilizing leg? Make it work. The further forward you go, the more you bend, the more it's working. 3.
Booty day was challenging but doable. Booty day was challenging but doable. And now I get to enjoy my reward for a great workout. Chocolate recover with frozen cherries. It's 26 degrees outside and snowing. And us Louisiana parents, I don't know, at least in the Huff House, we are like, been there, done that once this season. We good. So while my husband negotiates with the toddler in the pantry over a snack, I got beef and, just Chinese beef going on in the crock pot. So, Chinese red pepper flake, salt, pepper, a little bit of soy sauce, a good bit of soy sauce, a little bit of sesame oil, a good bit of ginger, and the juice of an orange. Y'all, I don't really measure when I do stuff like this. I'm just gonna put it on the meat setting, and we should have supper in a half an hour, just right to meet my time nutrition. I do have, I do have, I had food that I could have fixed, and I have fish left over from yesterday, but I kind of decided, since it's cold outside, I wanted something warm.
You want ginger snaps?
Yeah, so it'll take 30 minutes till supper. It's Wednesday, and it's day 3, and it's freezing outside. Guess what time it is? Coffee time. Gotta have it. So I'm working on my breakfast here. I just have some orange bell peppers that I just kind of sauteed a little bit in a smidge of olive oil. 2 eggs scrambled cooking up in there. Oh, and there's my oatmeal. It's in the microwave. I do 3/4 of a cup of quick oats. 3/4 of a cup of oats. I just cover it with water, microwave it for a minute. Now, the cinnamon, just add cinnamon and a touch of vanilla as soon as I can find it in the spice cabinet. So my oatmeal has cinnamon and vanilla, and I'm a teaspoon, that's about a teaspoon of almond butter. It's an overflowing teaspoon, but here goes. That'll make my oatmeal yummy. The other day I added a splash of coffee. You can do that too instead of adding milk or almond milk. And remember, black coffee has no calories.
10, 9, 8, 7, everything you got. 5. Oh, he is angry. 3, 2, rest and breathe. You guys breathe. Watch your next move. 1 slider. You're going into a pike. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Go. You guys have got this. Keep working. 7. You have 3 to go. Let's go. Last 2.
Last meal of the day at 8 p.m. while Moana is blaring in the background is an apple pie shakeology. I put a whole apple in there, water, a teaspoon of coconut oil, a little bit of vanilla extract, cinnamon, and blended it all up. It's pretty yummy. So today is day 4 of 80-day obsession. Day 4 of the first week. And school's canceled again and work is canceled again because of icy road conditions. So I slept in. Y'all, I don't know what I'm going to do when I have to get up. I'm exhausted doing this program. But it's actually a good problem for me. I'm sleeping through the night, which I never do. time to have some coffee and get in my pre-workout meal. Today's breakfast is a cup of spinach sauteed, 2 eggs, fried with the tiniest amount of olive oil, a Power Grain Vans waffle, and a teaspoon of almond butter. Yum! Autumn just went over the weights, and she's deciding what she's going to use in this program, and she said to go lighter than you typically do with an upper body. So I had my 8s and 10s. She's picking up 5s. If she's picking up 5s, I'm picking up 5s. The goal is to make it through the week, right? And to keep going and not injure yourself. So I'm not going to be a hero.
2, 1, press, in, 2, 3, press, in, 2, 3, look out in front of the hands, in, 2, 3, now, I know everybody's getting tired, so I'm going to take a look. Richardson, look out in front of your fingers, I am going to break that habit, press, tuck that pelvis, tuck your pubic bone towards your nose. Good, I know I made you laugh. Come on. Everybody knows how much I like sweat. I don't. Careful on your lockouts. In tight. Contract. Control. It back. Press your shoulders down. And in. Back. 2, 3. Take a look. Good. Katrina, you can split the difference just a little bit on how high your hips come up when you pull in. Yeah, good. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. You have 5 more to go. Dee, pick those hips up just a little more for me. You got longer legs. 4. Good.
I want you guys to understand, I'm pushing myself in my workouts, but I'm being smart. I have a bad shoulder with nerve damage, and I'm trying. My goal is to make it through the 80 days without being down. So if I force myself to do all the push-ups on my toes, which I know is not good for me, if I use higher weights the first round, and I'm really worn out by the second round, and I drop down to lower weights, and I'm still feeling the burn, I'm okay with that. My arms are still shaking even though I dropped weights on the second round, because the goal isn't to be a hero. The goal is to push myself, get through it, and not need to miss a few days because I've thrown my shoulder out. Because a lot of this program has you in plank, and you need a good healthy shoulder to be able to do that and do all these moves. So if you have an injury like that, take it into consideration. Baby that injury a little bit. I've been doing Epsom salt baths and putting the heating pad on my shoulder almost every night, even leading up to this first week of 80-Day Obsession. Why is there always an open cabinet? And that was me. That was me. Y'all, seriously, chocolate recover with cherries? And I always get a mustache. It is the best reward for a hard workout. Cheers. Working on my breakfast. I sauteed. This has just kind of become my breakfast, right? I sauteed some spinach. I got 2 eggs going. And my oatmeal is cooking in the microwave. It's day 5. Today's leg day. It's a Friday. It's cold. I've already lit. Let me show you guys. I've already lit my fire in the fireplace. That's not bad to work out next to later on, is it? So nice to be home instead of in a nasty, sweaty gym.
Down. Up. Down. Yeah, one side's always harder. And then we're fighting for balance. Come on. It's supposed to be a fight. It's supposed to be a challenge. If it was easy, we would all do it. It would be no big deal. This is a big deal. You are fighting.
Oh my goodness. That's all I have to say about leg day. So I just blended up chocolate recover with half a banana, ice, and water. It's so good, and it's a well-deserved treat that will nourish my muscles and my body. Add to that killer leg workout, y'all. That was for real. And I used the same weights that Autumn did for most of the workout. So we pushed. I pushed myself. You got to push yourself and challenge yourself. to get to the next. If I want to get to that next level, I gotta push. I gotta push myself. I can't just do the same thing every day and expect different results. That's life, right? So today was leg day. It's Friday. Yes, crazy hair. I've been working and flopping my hair. It's Friday. I'm exhausted. It's 4:20. I'm ready to take a bath and go to bed, but I have to eat again in like 30 minutes. And what's that? Yeah, I'm tired. And I've got to go see, I'm going to a baby shower tomorrow with family. And we're going to go to my mom's and go with my mom. And I've got to pack my entire day of food because Lord knows a trip to my parents' house usually turns into a whole day. Got to be prepared. And I've got to get that workout in first thing in the morning. I kind of wish I hadn't watched it. What do you think? Do you think it's better to just jump in or to know what you're going to torture yourself with? All right, so I'm a little behind on getting my dinner in, but I've been keeping it super simple because what I've been doing is finding things that I have ready to go, cooked already in the fridge, using my containers and putting my meals together. It is 5 o'clock, not quite 5 o'clock. I'm eating with the old people today. Yeah, and I'm so tired today. I'm just really tired. Thank goodness it's Friday. Gonna get in the tub early and hopefully get to bed early. Gotta watch Scandal on Hulu though, because it's back this week. My husband and I always make it a point to watch Scandal together. It's our thing. So it's Saturday morning. I was exhausted last night, but then I couldn't fall asleep. The life of an insomniac. Somebody going through early menopause who's an insomniac. Yeah, I've always been like that. My brain gets the best of me and then I can't sleep. So it's about 7:30. I was supposed to get up at 6:30. It's not the worst thing in the world. I've got coffee in hand. I have spinach in my pan. Might do more of an omelet this morning. And I'm trying to decide if I do whole grain toast, a whole grain waffle, or oatmeal. Decisions. Today's workout is going to be intense. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit intimidated. Today's going to be a challenge. I'm traveling about an hour and a half away to go to a baby shower, and it'll be the first time I'm confronted with a social situation and food that I can't eat. That's not on my plan. So I do have things packed and ready to go that I can bring with me, but it's just going to be, it's easy to stay home and stick to the plan. It's just how it is, right? So it's breakfast and a little spiritual time, listening to the Joyce Myers podcast. She's a no-nonsense kind of woman, and she just lays it out, and I like that. I'm a no-nonsense kind of person, so.
Woohoo! Down! Now, I know we're super tired, so I know this is when form starts to go. Slow it down if you need to. Hit pause if you need to. No. Last one. Stay here for spider. And run. Guys, if you need a break behind me, take a split second. There's no shame. Walk it back. Diamond squat jumps. Here we go. Front. Let's go. We're in it. We're in the home stretch. We're so close to finishing this week out. Finishing it strong. Finishing it together. Last one of these. And flamingo. Breathe. And left. Front and reach. Left. Reach. One more. And switch legs. Front. And reach. Lift. Squeeze. Contract. Last two. And duck. Front. Did you ask how I'm talking? I'm trained. I work for it. I'm dying a little bit. Take it back. Gorilla. Hands down. And right. Left. Shoulders are next. Here we go. And switch. Switch. And there. Center. Get the butt down. Left. Right. Flip it over for grab. Fingers face the butt. Dip. Lift. Kick. They're rushing. They're like, oh my god. Let's get it done. Down. Oh. We are so close. Mule to frog and you're done. And here we go. Mule.
It's time to stretch, but look what happened midway through my workout. I tried putting a Band-Aid on, but I'm sweaty, so it didn't work. Okay, gotta stretch. So we are leaving the house to go to a baby shower. I've packed up my goodies. I've got to stop and pick up 3 cards because my mom and my sister didn't get cards. And I gotta stop into Tuesday morning to get a foam roller and see what else I can find. Ugh. So I brought my food with me. I ate my hummus and my celery in the car right before we went into the shower. And they had like lots of, there were donut holes, there was cake, cupcakes, there was a hot cocoa bar. This lighting is terrible. There were sandwiches, that's even worse. Maybe it's just me. There were sandwiches, chili, there was like a really nice looking macaroni and cheese. I helped my little one to all, like, let her have fun at the party. Mama didn't eat. Then I stopped at my parents' house and ate my supper because it was my, gosh, what is going on with my face? My window to eat. I was at like 2.5 hours, and my 3 hours would have hit while I was in the car, and I had brought my supper meal with me. So I stopped in at my parents' and ate that, and then I drove home, and now I have one more meal to go this evening. My favorite meal of the day. It's like a treat. I love it. Starting the day with coffee in bed. My husband was so sweet and went and got me coffee. My legs are super sore. Today is a rest day. It's church for us. Probably grocery shopping to plan ahead for the week. Cleaning up a little bit, probably some laundry, and hopefully I get to relax just a tad. I gotta go get gloves for my hands because they got tore up during yesterday's workout. Don't be scared. Just find a way to work around it, right? So it's rest day, but I'm sticking to my nutrition because the goal is optimal results, right? And to be swimsuit summer ready and in the best shape of my life come mid-April. So we're heading to 11:30 Mass. It's almost 11 o'clock, and I'm gonna make a shake to get me through Mass, and whatever time it'll take me to get lunch in after Mass. I kind of like my hair and my lipstick. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. So I've got a cup of frozen cherries. Love frozen cherries in a shake. I don't need to add ice because I've got that. A teaspoon of coconut oil and a scoop of vegan vanilla Shakeology. Y'all, the vegan vanilla, even if you're not vegan, tastes so much better than the regular vanilla. But it's just my 2 cents. I'm going to blend that up, have that, dress baby girl, and then we're off to church. I'll be doing some grocery shopping later today, returning a few things, running errands. But I promise, I'll stay on track. So it's Sunday, it's rest day, and I am, why can't I get the option to flip the camera? And I am fixing to go run errands, but I know one of my meal times will come up while I'm out and about. So I've made a snack box to take with me. I've got a hummus, which will be my blue container, a cut up apple, and some celery. Y'all, apples and hummus is like really good. Try it, especially if you like savory and salty stuff at the same time. So I'm going to get gloves for my hands because this happened to both my hands during yesterday's workout, and a foam roller so that I can release some of the tension in my body and be ready to go tomorrow. And of course I got to pick up groceries so I can make sure we have everything we need in the house for the week ahead. I don't know if you're a mom of 3, a working mom of 3 like me, but I know that our weeks go better when I take a little time to prepare on Sunday. So I just hit up Costco. I spent $70 in there. I switched up my vegetables from last week. I still have some left over. I bought English cucumbers. They had some beautiful varietal carrots. Yeah. Things like that made me happy. And I got kale instead of spinach for the week. And I picked up, they have really nice pork chops at Costco, boneless, nice cut pork chops that my family really likes. So that's the only like fresh meat I'm buying for the week, because we have ground turkey, frozen chicken, and things like that in the pantry. I picked up milk for the kids, more almond butter for me. Oh, and more individual guacamoles. Let's see, what else? Oh, bananas. We're running out of bananas. And the big thing, the reason why I came to Costco is because I got 2 bags of frozen fruit, frozen pineapple, and frozen cherries. Those are perfect to mix in either with Orange Recover or my vanilla Shakeology. The pineapple would probably be good in the chocolate Recover too. And the frozen cherries definitely are. So that'll give me a little more variety during the week. And just by changing up one fruit or one vegetable week by week, you're not spending a ton of money and you're keeping things a little more interesting. At least that's the plan. Now it's time for me to have, I'm starving. And like I showed you before, I brought my snack with me. I'm gonna sit in the car and eat it in peace, and then I'm gonna go home, unload, and then make 2 more shopping stops. So I got some amazing deals at TJ Maxx. I found a foam roller. I got Nike workout gloves for $7. I bought a performance shirt, a long sleeve, because I don't have a long sleeve one. And just a top, because it was there and it was like $10, whatever. But I'm going to Target. I'm rounding out my grocery shopping, and I am not going to buy anything else for myself. So the Target run was successful. I didn't get anything crazy that was for myself. Didn't buy any, like, even though the Target performance wear activewear is so super cute, I did not stop by and shop it. And they had some stuff in my favorite color. So I'm heading home, and hopefully once I unload everything, I can go ahead and use my foam roller that I just picked up at TJ Maxx. I would tell y'all a great way to save money is to shop for things at stores like TJ Maxx and Marshall's. So that's the plan, foam rolling once I get home. I must confess that the meal that I'm about to have right now is the combination that's tripping me up the most, because it's a combination of an orange container, a protein, and a vegetable. So you can't go like, I was gonna try dairy-free cottage cheese, but then I'd have to have like a vegetable on the side. I could do that and sweeten it up like with vanilla and cinnamon, and have like my orange as coconut, and then have just dang it, I lost my brain. Happens. I'm a mother of 3. Mom moments. Mom brain. And just have vegetables on the side. But what I have today is beef stew. What I decided to do was to do a green container with vegetables and do the red container with the meat from the beef stew. That way I know I'm getting my requirements. And I just threw flax meal in it. An orange container full of that. And then the flax meal is just, it's a healthy fat, and it's just going to kind of thicken up the stew. It worked yesterday. It'll work again today. Okay, Pokemon has got to go off, and it's time for Mommy to do her recover. Why? To do her recover foam rolling workout.
From here, roll up and down. This is, again, a really tight spot for a lot of people. Don't roll on your knee. Just roll right before your knee, right above it.
So I'm prepping the last meal of the day. I've got it in my Instapot. I've got 4 chicken breasts, half an onion sliced, 2 bell peppers sliced, about 3 cloves of garlic, and I just threw in some chili powder, cumin, salt, pepper, and the juice of 2 limes. I'm gonna go ahead and put this bad boy on, and we'll have supper in about 30 minutes. I may do rice and beans as my carb. We'll see. Maybe just black beans would be good.